All this extreme festival of motorsport action is proudly brought to you by Hankook Tires and Car Care Clinic. It's Zwartkops, it's the grand finale, and a big crowd has come out here to be entertained. They are certainly going to get great entertainment now as all of these categories make their way out onto the circuit, starting with the Car Care Clinic SuperHatch. Championship is still up for grabs, and it's very close at the front end, but there's expected to be a big battle, and more importantly, it's between two competitors in separate classes. They've all got to do well in trying to get to the front end of those categories here in the Car Care Clinic SuperHatch. Andre Danhauser and Nick Martin, those are the two competitors that are going to be fighting the hardest. The rest of the field will be joined by an invitational category of the Volkswagen Motorsport team as they get a chance to climb into the polos and have some fun in the back end of the SuperHatch category. Louis Skolt's on board as we head down towards turn 1. And turning in here with the man from Car Care Clinic, looking for a chance to try and squeeze everybody out as they go down into turn 1. Nice start there from Mel Spur. She gets in the middle of Bryce Pillay, and a good start there, as you can see, as they climb onto the brakes down into turn 2. Coming through turn 2, watch out for Fouget coming around the outside. Oh, a little bit of mission. Oh, there you go, 96 out of shape. Francois Henning just being spun around. Fortunately getting caught out there by a little tap from behind and managed to catch it only just. Down into turn 4, Volkswagen corner. It's two Hondas that lead the pack in the middle of Class B. Nick Martin now fighting hard there, and you can see just how hard he's having to fight as he comes side by side with the usual contenders. At the front end, though, looks like Mel might have got away and might lead things out. Freddie Watkins with the problem into turn 4. And it looks like he's been helped out there a little bit by DeLange and put into the kitty litter. So he gets going again in the 8-valve performance car, but unfortunately right at the back of the pack. Big fight here for Class A and B, and you can see the Bs having some fun and games. Speaking of the Bs, yes, indeed, at the front end, a bit of a fight there with the Stinger, and that's Mel Spur right on Trevor Stinger's tail. But as they come down onto the braking markers, on board once again with Louis, and it's three Hondas, almost side by side through turn 8. Great start from these three guys as they get away, and it's the Trans-Africa Racing Honda right behind Brett Garland in the Autobahn car. Here comes Tyler Scott trying to squeeze through there on Louis Skoltz in the Opel. So the Opel now fighting with those three Hondas. The class of the field at this stage right now are these four cars, and look at the lap times they're starting to put in right from the word go. Great pace out of the three Hondas and that Opel. Nice to see Buxy and the Squadra Corsa car in amongst these Volkswagen machines. As I said, that's all the Volkswagen Motorsport team and crew that have been helping out. And here's what happened down into turn 2. Bryce Pillay just squeezing through there, all on his own, some actually getting spun out all by himself there, and that was Francois Henning. Fortunately, just hanging on and just being avoided by every single one of this big pack of 30 cars. Across the line, another lap completed. Great start here from the three Hondas. And as you can see just in the background there, Class B starting to come into effect as well with Mel Spur leading things out. She was on pole position, and so far it's been a good weekend. Bryce Pillay right on her tail. They start to stream through there, and you can see just how hard it's going to get as Robert Stoltz starts to close things down there in the Cadet. So Cadet, Polos and Polos fighting with the big Golf too. So a fantastic battle expected in Class B. Remember, we've got to keep an eye on that car right there. That's Nick Martin, championship contender. And how far up is he going to be? And also, more importantly, how far up is Danhauser? We're going to look and see where those results finish for race number 1 to see whether or not there's going to be a championship sorted out by the end of this first race, or are we going to need to go into race number 2? Zane van Zyl having a fantastic run in the big jumbo Golf. You can see just battling a little bit. In fact, there's a problem. He pulls to the sideline there. I was about to say he was just battling a little bit there through turn 4 and then just slowed up dramatically. Maybe needs to chat to Rex different gearbox to get another CV joint, because it looks like that's the problem on that car again. That big jumbo Golf just taking strain. And Zane van Zyl, always a competitor. Itre Cugini out front, and Mel Spur now pulling away from the rest of the pack of Class B. That's a good drive from her. Bryce Pillay has got no answer. Neither has Shane Fouget. Nick Martin sitting in 4th place. That might be enough for him. Let's have a look and see now. This is Ishmael Beloy fighting with the backpack, and this backpack could have Vazuri in there. Oh, Vazuri and Ishmael Beloy going at it there properly. And as they come down on the braking markers, you can see Hannes Visser starting to get into the mix there as well. Behind that, you've got Chris Stoll having a good run. Michael Ollers in there as well. These are all the Volkswagen mechanics. Great to see Volkswagen Motorsport giving them a chance to go and have some fun of their own. Oh, Stricken on the sideline. There it is. Confirmed. It is a CV joint that's gone again. 88 with a problem as well now as Tian Smith pulls out of it in the SPS racing machine. Oh, they've had a tough end to the season here. Front end and coming to the flag, and Autobahn looks like they're going to hang on. Yes, Garland going to keep out the Trans-Africa Racing Honda. And DeToy is going to have to find something special in race number 2, possibly to spoil the day there for the double for Brett Garland, taking the win in Class A ahead of DeToy, and Louis Skoltz making it the Hondas 1, 2, and 3. Mel Spur takes Class B. Big margin over Bryce Pillay. You can see just in the background they're coming across the line past Henning. And there comes Nick Martin. And Nick Martin, I think, might have just got through. Oh, no, he didn't. Shane Forget managed to hang on for third place, but Nick Martin was very close for that third. Race 1 results, Brett Garland taking it from Detroit and Skolts in Class A. Malspur beating Bryce Pillay to the line for Class B. Class C's Natim Samanga. What a good drive from him, beating out Andre De Lange. And Nolan Fleetwood took the Class D's in the Passat. Some fun and games down in pit lane now. Dan Hauser showing Bugsy where he got hold of Vota's car. Mel with a high five for the win. Should be happy with that. There's a lot of happy drivers out there. Looking forward to race number 2 now. I think also keep an eye on that invitational category that eventually went to Hannes Visser. But I think Donovan van der Walt and Chris Stoll are definitely going to make him work for his money in race number 2. SuperHatch has got such a great camaraderie off the circuit, and it is so good to see all that camaraderie put aside once the checkered flag is out. But now they come to line up yet again and go to battle for the final time in 2019. On board with Louis Skolts, Car Care Clinic Honda. Is he going to be able to get the whole shot? Is he going to be going like he did in Barcelona, as you can see there on the inside of the car? He heads off down towards turn 1 and has it around the outside. Oh, what a start, and already some rubbing. Wow, Vota coming side by side with Bryce Pillay. Pillay takes off that inside wing mirror. Oh, we did say the wing mirror is going to be flying here, and that's exactly what's going to happen now with the final race of the season to be sorted out. All Nick Martin needs to do is finish up, and he's got the championship in the bag for the overalls. He'll also be looking for Class B. As we go on board with Kudavazuri, he'll string on the outside there with a bit of a problem. Oh, Dean pushing hard here, trying to squeeze through and find a way on Ruvanikov in that Ford Laser. And now they're starting to sort things out. Have a look at that. Under braking into turn 4. Volkswagen Motorsport going for Shane Forget. Forget trying to find a way through on the front end, but you can see it's going to be a little bit more difficult out there, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that this race is going to be an epic one for the final one of the season. And right now, it's the boss man of our sponsor who's out front. What a swan song that'll be. Louis Skolts could take the win. Nick Martin with Malspur all over the back, and oh, looks like a little bit of blocking there from Nick Martin. I wonder if Mal will be chatting to him in the car saying, that's not how we play the game. Come on, let's keep it on the line. So Honda's 1, 2, and 3 as they come across the line. And oh, problem! What was that? All on his own. So I think Louis Skolts got out of shape there, and he's gone off the track. No worries at all, not a tap from anybody else. He just got the line wrong. Here they come across the line, and this is a big move here as well. Look at this. Change up, of course, for the car. That is not Robert Stoltz in the car. That, of course, is the big man, Tyler Scott. And Tyler Scott now with the battle for Class B right on his tail. Forget diving on the inside. Can he find a way through? Looks like he might have. Tyler Scott gets forced wide as the rest of the pack come flying through here. Andre Danhauser. Oh, hello. In-house fighting. Yes, there is. Right up and hidden, had to go through the 2 Squadra Corsa cars there. And I think he might have been looking a little bit late on the brakes, though. Have a look at this from Louis Skolts' point of view as he came out of turn 8, G&H Transport Corner. Catches it once. Catches it for the second time. Gets onto the black stuff. Second gear, and away we go. Oh, big mistake there. And you can see he's thinking to himself, well, did somebody help me out there? No, unfortunately, that was all on your own, there, Louis. There's a change up for the lead for Class B. Mel hits the front, getting ahead of Forget as they went into turn 4. Right on their tail is this man, Bryce Pillay. Pillay looking to come straight back at the two of them. Polo versus Opel Cadet on the inside. Forget's good on the brakes. Mel just goes side by side. Ooh, that was close. Almost a touch there between the two of them. Pillay now diving through. With the little wide line coming from Malspur, coming out of turn 5 and now into turn 6. She holds onto the inside line for 7. And into Mix FM, returns the favour on Bryce Pillay. Can she do the same thing now to Shane Forget? In the background, Nick Martin looking for the championship, sitting in 4th place. That'll be enough. How far back are we looking for Danhauser? Danhauser has to win, and right now he's behind Andre De Lange. So it looks like there's going to be a little bit of issues. Speaking of issues, oh, it's on at the top end with the invitational class. All 4 of them joining Priestley along for the ride. Craig Priestley now jumping into the back end of this Volkswagen Motorsport Mechanic foray at the front end. Change up yet again. Malspur diving through for Class B now. Forget, no answer. Here comes Pillay. Pillay dives on the inside too. Vota late on the brakes, trying to get through on De Lange. There's Danhauser for Class C honours. Dropping by the wayside. Oh man, that's not what you wanted. That is for sure. Tyler Scott with some issues at the back there. And definitely not going the way he wanted to go. He had problems in his own car. Had to change cars because he still had a shout for Class A. But it looks like it's fallen by the wayside now. Priestley along with Vanderkoff. The 2 Ford Lasers in the mix there with Volkswagen Motorsports Mechanics. Coming to the line though, Jonathan DeToy looks like he's just got ahead of Brett Garland in the closing stages. Opened up a little bit of a margin. Garland is not going to get the double here today. That is going to be 1 for 1 for the 2 Hondas at the front end. Chance Avigo Racing's Jonathan DeToy to take the win here in Class A with Brett Garland right behind him. 3rd place overall looks like it could be Malspur. It is. Malspur coming down to the line for the win in Class B's and 3rd overall on the track. One of her best outings ever. 2 fastest laps, pole position, and now 2 wins. I'll be very happy down at Nathan's Motorsport with that. For Jay, not so happy as he gets forced wide. Nick Martin into third place. That will certainly seal the overall championship with third place in Class B. Confirmation of race results there. DeToy and Garland taking it ahead of Tyler Scott in the Class A's. Mal Spur and Bryce Pillay first and second in B's. It's DeLange ahead of Dan Howes of Class C. And once again Fleetwood in the Passat for the Class D win. Your champion for 2019 in the Rex Diffin Gearbox Peugeot, Nick Martin.
Feels great. You know, we've had great support from ASAP and Rex Diffin Gearbox, and we've managed to pull another one out the bag. It was a great season. We had a couple of breakdowns, new car things we had to learn, but we sorted it out and got the car to the front.